Take it off the air.
You know one thing. There we go. Okay. If you would kindly mount that on the tripod behind you without leveling it. Listen, it's kind of complicated. It's kind of complicated. I'm sorry. You guys have to upload this whole thing like one take, like one big video. Listen, like no editing. No edits. There can't be any cuts. That's weird. That's not it.
Oh my fucking.
I hate you. Retake. No, it's not gonna. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's perfect. Okay. What two words would spur thousands of people between the ages of 12 and 22 to travel around the country for an entire summer, sleeping only on gym floors? Drum corps. Now, what is drum corps? A drum corps is an activity that involves percussion, brass, and color guard, all performing on a football field. Now, today I'll be discussing Drum Corps International, not Drum Corps Associates or Drum Corps Europe, because I don't know much about those. So, Drum Corps in America is ran by Drum Corps International. Drum Corps International was founded in 1972. Modern Drum Corps International has two classes: Open Class, which contains 25 corps and is a lower tier, and World Class, which contains 22 corps and is a higher tier. Drum Corps International Tour this summer was comprised of 100 events and was attended, each event was attended by at least 2,000 to 4,000 people, making a total attendance of 400,000 people or more. At these events, groups compete to achieve the highest score out of 100. These groups have a maximum member count of 150. So what makes up this 150 member drum corps? Well, horn line, drum line, front ensemble, color guard, drum majors, and field conductors. The horn line contains any number of trumpets, mellophones, baritones, euphoniums, or contrabasses. Contrabasses are like tubas, except bell front. Euphoniums are like baritones, but bigger. Baritones are like trombones, but with valves. Mellophones are like trumpets, but in the key of F, and trumpets are trumpets. So, the drum line is comprised of any number of snare drums, tenor drums, basses, usually 5, and cymbals, usually 4. The front ensemble is composed of keyboard instruments with synths, marimbas, vibes, glockenspiels, a drum set, a drum rack, auxiliary percussion, brass, a gong, and any assortment of instrument they choose to use that particular year. The color guard is composed of different people performing choreography, either with sabers, rifles, flags, or miscellaneous things. For example, Santa Clara Vanguard this year used lightning bolts, so they could be spinning anything. Then there are the drum majors and the conductors. There's usually one drum major used to bring the corps out on the field and to begin the performance, and then there are multiple field conductors that are like a drum major, but without the prestige. So, who keeps all these guys in order? That's the staff's job. So, every section has a visual tech and a music tech. So, a trumpet section, mellophone section, baritone section would have a visual tech and a musical tech. The color guard would have just numerous amounts of techs, I think at least like 4. So, the techs are overseen by section heads, and section heads are overseen by caption heads. The section heads would be the trumpet section head, or the section head would be the high brass section head, the low brass section head, and the caption heads would be over color guard, brass as a whole, or front ensemble. Drum majors are treated like staff, but they're members. So the staff is overseen by the corps director, and the additional staff, there is additional staff for non-marching purposes, such as the tour director who organizes housing sites, the corps chefs who cook the corps food, and bus drivers. So all these people are there to keep the corps on a very strict schedule. What is the schedule, you ask? Well, you wake up at 7 p.m., or 7 a.m., don't wake up in the afternoon. You wake up 7 a.m., eat breakfast, and you have physical training at 8 o'clock, which usually consists of working out. Then at 8:30, you have visual block until noon. At noon, you have lunch. Then at 1, you go into music block or sub-captions, so the color guard and the front ensemble and the horn line will be separated, until 5 o'clock when you have dinner. After dinner, you'll have full ensemble, which is the entire corps coming together as one to rehearse. That's in a total of 11 hours together as a corps rehearsing. That's a lot of stuff. So this schedule changes depending on what corps you march or what kind of day it is. So if you have a free day, you might have minimal to no rehearsal. And if you have a competition that day, you'll have way less rehearsal than normal and maybe a little bit of a free day. So in conclusion, according to drumcorpsinternational.org, since 1972, 1 million people have marched drum corps, and past championships have seen up to as many as 60,000 people. So drum corps is an amazing activity that has influenced me immensely, and I hope that I've equipped and inspired all of you to learn more about drum corps yourself.